Okay, it's the Norwich view. Okay, let's start with it then, Dom. Go on, get out your system.
Over 5,350 days since the last time Ipswich beat Norwich. Wow. iPhones weren't even invented then. It's going to be 15 years, so I will bask in the glory, as you can see, uh, of being undefeated. So very, very happy. Yeah.
How much credit do you give to Wagner for that lineup? Because he went he probably picked the most best attacking lineup he possibly could have done.
He was kind of he had his hand forced, to be honest. We've got so many injuries. Josh Sargent, Hwang. We've only really got two strikers, Ashley Barnes and Adam Ida. So the midfield was again very short in supply. So it was attacking. Yeah, we had Borat Saints who played against Sheffield Wednesday, scored and assisted then. So it was a very attacking lineup. We did worry there would be no sort of holding midfielder. And Kenny McLean played in central defence again, but he did a good job. I was gutted to go 1-0 down. I just poured my beer and nearly spilt it. And yeah, I was gutted to go 1-0 down. But very quickly, the academy boy who cost Norwich nothing because he's from the academy, Johnny Rowe, came and scored and got the equaliser. And then he got what I thought was the winner.
Well,
But
there's a yeah. I mean, crikey, that was a very lucky lucky
the
second one,
goalkeeper,
wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
it their goalkeeper, Ipswich goalkeeper, it reminded me of Brian Gunn fumbling. But when we spoke last, the Brian Gunn fumble, he it just went through him almost. So that was good. So 2-1. I knew it wouldn't. It was unlikely to stay that way with how Ipswich attacked. And to be fair, the first half they should have been 3-0 up. They choked on their chances, which I'm glad about. But yeah, they should have been well up. I think it was Broadhurst. He missed some easy chances. So yeah, 2-1 up until the sort of towards the end, and a stupid mistake by Ashley Barnes to give away possession in our half in a dangerous position. He got tackled off the ball, and they got the ball, and Angus Gunn was obviously the wrong side of the goal, and they scored and got the equaliser. So I was holding on and just so happy we kept the run going. There was a lot of commotion obviously before the game. Ipswich had the flares and their fans are all outside. Um, Obviously excited at playing us again and claiming they'd win. But you'll never beat the Norwich.
Yeah, one fan was saying, "Don't worry, well, when we see them on April the 6th, we'll just win at Carrow Road, and that'll be the day they get promoted to the Premier League, and that will make it even sweeter."
Well, they want to get their own back on us from a few years ago when we got promoted and they went down. So that will always hurt them. Um, so yeah, they'll want to do that. But we've got our good players coming back. So we had a reserve squad. So we'll have our better players, our club captain Grant Hanley and Josh Sargent. And who knows what will happen in January? We've got a new sporting director, so hopefully he'll be able to get those Arsenal players that we need.
Just go back to Ashley Barnes for me a second. How have you rated what he's done for Norwich? I saw a lot of criticism, obviously online, obviously following that era, but then others saying, well, actually, when actually Barnes has played for you those are the times you've actually done better. Where do you
Yeah,
stand on it?
I saw a stat actually after the game that said when Ashley Barnes plays, Norwich are more likely to win. I can't remember the stat, and I don't want to quote it, but it was something ridiculously high in terms of percentage when he plays, which just shows what a leader he is, the experience he brings. I mean, he looked, I don't know what you thought, but he looked run ragged. I'm surprised he
Yeah,
lasted as long as he did. But he was playing the sort of number 10 role behind the striker, behind Adam Ida, and I don't think that's his position because he's a number 9 ideally. But he scored the other week against Sheffield Wednesday. He missed a couple of chances, really easy chances against Sheffield Wednesday, and then when he scored, he was quite angry with the crowd. you could see the reaction because it was the goal I was sat behind. He was quite angry with the crowd or at himself for missing those two early shots. But as I say, I think when he starts, you definitely get that leadership quality and experience that he's got. So yeah.
Okay. Any question of the manager here with perhaps negative tactics of substitutions, playing for a draw when it was 2-2?
I'm glad he played for the draw because obviously when we're 2-1 up, I was ecstatic. We'd take the win obviously, but I was happy with the draw. So it's game management. Ipswich were flying high. They're one of the most informed teams in the country, I think. So to get a away draw when we're playing not great, I said before the game I'd take a draw, and I think they should have won the game. They know they should have won the game. I know they're laughing at us and saying, "Oh, we're reacting like we won the Champions League," but we're reacting just out of relief that we did get the draw.
Okay. All right, let's look ahead then to this next one. Then this is a Huddersfield Town side that you went to. You have handily beaten 4-0 already this year in August. Obviously they've got a new manager in Darren Moore. Well, I'll say new manager. He's played another 10 games now. What do you think about this game coming up then this weekend? Norwich against Huddersfield.
Yeah, I believe it was the first game of the season, 4-0, wasn't it, in the beginning of August?
It's the third or fourth, I think, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. We were flying high back in August. We had a great start to the season, 4-0. Who's going to moan about that? We haven't. I don't think we're going to win 4-0 this time. I don't think we'll win, and I think it will be a better win than some of the games we've had. I'm probably going to say 2-0 to Norwich for that game. But Huddersfield aren't pulling trees up or anything. They're sort of the bottom as well. And I think the Derby draw will give us the confidence now to go, you know what, we can play against the bigger and better sides in the Championship. As much as it pains me to say that, but you have to look at the table. Ipswich are obviously in form, and that was a good performance by us. Okay. So I think we'll carry that on now and get a victory against Huddersfield.
Okay, let's have a quick look at your Christmas fixtures to come then. How many points are you going to get from Huddersfield at home? You've got Southampton at home in January, and then you've got 2 away games over Christmas. Boxing Day, you have to West Brom, and then you've got to trip to Millwall. What are you hoping for out of all of that?
Right, so yeah, I think we'll beat Huddersfield, as I say. West Brom, Boxing Day. Let's see if they've got any hangovers from Christmas. I would think a draw for that one would be a good result. Millwall, we should be able to beat Millwall, so I'd like a win there, and we should be going for a win if we're going for these playoffs. We're only 4 points off the playoffs, so we're not a million miles away. I think we've leapt up to 9th or 10th, I think. So yeah, we're only 4 points away from the playoffs. So if we can get some consistency, cut out the errors, then we can get up there, and hopefully, and this is the sort of the hypothesis is Ipswich will fail in the top 2 and come 3rd or 4th, and we'll get 6th, straight 6th, and it will be another derby in the playoffs as it was in 2015, which I think we won.
Oh, you are naughty. Right. Okay. Cheers, Tom. Have a good Christmas. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thank you very much.
Happy Christmas. Lovely. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.